Do you want to find out why you're losing yards and accuracy? Well, today, I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to get these arms more extended. We're going to get wider. We're going to hit the ball farther and straighter and make better contact than we ever have. Today, this is where you're going to find out how those pros generate that effortless power and how they get wide in their backswing. My name's Andrew Kiger, and this is where your journey to better golf starts right here. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure you hit that notification button down there so you get all these awesome free tips. We're jumping right in today. Why does width help you add more yards? Let's get right into it. I've got a rope right here. If I've got a narrow arc with this rope, you can't hear how fast that's going. I'm going to get it longer and longer and longer, and before you know it, this thing is whooshing around much, much faster. That longer cord generated more speed on the outside, even though the inside was moving the same speed. So you're going to add some effortless power. Even though the inside's not moving as fast, the outside's going to be moving faster. So getting width improves your speed. Think about like a boat, and you've got that tow line on there. That tube goes a whole lot faster across that wake when the rope is long. When it's short, it's not going to go nearly as fast over that wake, and it's not going to be nearly as fun. So your swing's going to be more fun too when you get some more width to it. So we're going to hit it farther, but you're also going to be more consistent at the bottom of your swing. When you've got a long, nice, wide arc to the bottom here, which is a lot easier to get when you're wider up top, you can consistently find the ground over and over again. This is going to be huge for your golf swing. You're going to hit the ball much more solid and much farther time after time. So let's get into some drills that you can do to increase the width. We're going to start with this cord here. We're going to put it right underneath our left foot, okay? Just like this, right under the ball of your left foot. And you're going to take your grip with it right on top of your golf grip. And the reason you're going to do that, you're trying to stretch this cord up and away to increase the distance your hands are away from your body. You'll feel a bigger stretch. You're also going to feel a bigger wind up in your turn to get this farther away from your shoulder. An awesome drill, an awesome workout to get you wider at the top of your backswing. So another one that you can do, just so that you know, there's no way that you can get wide in your backswing if you can't turn well. In fact, I think that's the #1 reason why amateur golfers do not keep their arms extended towards the top of the swing. They're not moving the other parts enough. So let's say, for instance, I didn't turn enough. I'm going back, and let's say I stop my turn here. The only ways that I can get the club to the top of the swing would be to overbend my arms and my wrists, try to get that club to look somewhat parallel to the ground. And that's going to break down all those wrist angles that I need to be structured. It's going to over break down my lead elbow, and it's going to be a sloppy mess that I'm going to have to untangle by the time I get to the ball, and I'm going to have to time that. We don't want to have to time our swing, so being narrow like that at the top is not going to help us. So how can I get wider and work on my turn? I like this drill. You take your normal grip, you turn it sideways. I got my right hand over here by my shoulder, left hand by my other shoulder, and I've made a box here. What I'm going to try to do, the only way I can move this box to the top of the swing is by rotating my body. So I'm going to rotate my body like this, and I'm keeping the box in front of my chest. And the only way I can get up there is by having a good rotation. Good rotation, as you'll notice from the other videos, you're going to have to tilt to the left enough, and you're going to have to extend your spine enough to get to the top of the swing. Just a couple of examples. I'll keep flexed over. No way I can get this box up to the top of the swing. Another example is I'll side bend to the right. Side bending to the right, there's no way that gets up there. But if I instead side bend to the left a little bit and begin to extend my spine a little bit, before you know it, this box has gotten much further to the top of my backswing. Much further to the top of my backswing. And I didn't do it by bending my wrist or my elbows. I did it through rotating my body. So you got to rotate your body well in order to do that drill. It'll really, really help. Get set up, turn to the top, put your right hand on the club where it normally would be, and you're going to be really wide with that drill. Another one, let's say you don't have a cord and you got your golf towel that was on your bag. What you're going to do, you're going to kind of fold it up, and you're going to make it go underneath your left armpit, and you're going to take it and tug it a little bit, and feel that tug in the towel. That tug in the towel at address here, we're going to keep that tug all the way to the top of the swing. I'm getting that nice tug on it. And this brings me to another point. The reason why you don't have good width, the reason why your left elbow is bent is because your right arm is not doing the right thing. This right arm, if it was doing what it was supposed to do, which let's pretend that this towel is my left arm, my right arm can keep that left arm extended. See, I'm pulling on the towel. You see how I'm tugging on that towel to keep it extended? If I do the wrong thing with my right elbow, you see how it softens? If I don't pivot my body, see how that towel is not extended? I want to keep it extended by taking my palm of my hand and pushing away from my chest, the whole backswing, to get this thing nice and wide. Okay? And then the final one here in this kind of section is we want to put our hands like we're doing CPR. This is a great, simple drill. You can resuscitate your game with this one. And what you're going to try to do, you imagine you're giving CPR. This guy's going to be okay, I promise. And what you're doing, you're saying, I'm staying alive. I think it's the song that we're singing. So we're doing CPR, and what we're trying to do is feel the extension of our hands as they go up this arc. And I'm going to be pumping all the way to the top of the swing, all the way back down to the bottom, and then all the way on the through swing again, keeping this extension away from my body. And I've seen Henrik Stenson do that drill before, and you can take a look at him. He's got a really wide arc to his golf swing, and he definitely pushes the elbows close together, the arms towards each other and away from his body. You want to feel that extension and that push inward the entire backswing for good width. So I've got more. I've got one of my favorite ones for my own personal swing. This is the Flit swing extender, and it goes right on your elbow like this. If you don't have one, a swimmy will do for your kids at the pool, but it'll also work well for this drill. Okay, so you got your Flight extender here, and just like a swimmy would be on the arm here, you could see the little swimmy would go around my arm and it would form a little 90-degree angle there. This prevents this arm from getting overbent. It should only bend 90 degrees. In fact, what I try to do with it is keep my arm from getting to 90 degrees, just short of it, is really what I try to do to get wide at the top of my backswing. So I'm going to give that a go. I've got enough things to work on for width here. I'm going to try to hit this ball into the net, keeping my right arm nice and wide and trying to use the swing extender for getting into a nice wide position at the top of the backswing. Oh yeah. Really good shot. It's going to catch a piece there towards the right. That's a pretty good golf shot. I love this swing extender here. It's a wonderful product. Check it out if you can. I got one last drill that we can do for width. This is a super popular item. This is the Tour Striker Smart Ball. Martin Chuck's got some great products out there. What you want to do, you're going to put this around your neck. You're going to extend it out a little bit. We're going to use this for two purposes. One, we're going to try to keep our elbows together. But we're going to utilize the length of this rope around my neck as the width line. So this rope right now is extended. As I get to the top of the swing, notice I'm trying to push it away from my chest to keep it extended. I'm trying to push it away from my chest to keep it extended. It's also keeping my elbows close together, which keeps me much wider. When the elbows go apart, the club comes into me and gets narrower, versus what we really want is this thing to get wider so that we get all the benefits of more speed from a wider arc. So I'm going to give this one a go. You may have to make shorter swings with this at first. I'm going to try to get some nice width here. And I'm actually a fan of trying to keep it through to here, and then it's okay to let it fall maybe towards the end just a smidge, okay? What a great exercise. The Smart Ball can really help you gain some width. I got one last one. With this cord that we were using earlier, you can put it around your neck like this, And you could take these cords and grip them together and stretch them down, okay? You can see how I'm extending. This is fighting me, trying to pull me narrower, but I have to fight to try to get this thing extended on my backswing. Extended on my backswing. Whew, I'm getting a much better wind up when I do that. So you want to have good width on your backswing. So let's go ahead and do the goods and the bads. I'm going to do a couple with a narrow backswing. I think I might be able to time it, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to get narrow, and we're going to see if anything changes in this ball flight as I hit it. So a narrow backswing, elbows folding and collapsing like this, and then they have to re-straighten again, or they might just stay bent and you'll probably top the ball. Somebody will tell you that your head wasn't down, but it was always because your arms weren't extended, which gets the club all the way to the ground. Most people that flex their elbows too much, keep them too flexed, and then they have to like dip their head down. What a terrible thing to do. You got to keep your head the same height and keep your arms extended through the golf ball. Got to keep that width. So here we go. I'm going to let them flex and see how I do here. Ooh, shanked it. Oh man. You got to be careful when you're flexing those elbows like that. It's so hard to control the distance of this to my body. So I might hit the heel, I might hit the toe from not having enough width as well. That was a really good example of not having enough width to the bottom of the arc. If you keep the height of your body as you go through this ball and your arms are staying nice and long, it's super predictable. You do it the same way over and over and over again. What a great way to do it. So nice and wide, nice and tall, that club's going to arrive there over and over again. So this time, I'm really going to work hard to keep that width. I might even feel like my swing's just a little bit shorter to make sure that it stays nice and wide. I think we're going to be able to hit this one a lot better this time. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One time. One time. Whew. Just about got it. So, in a nutshell, width is a huge key for you to improve your game. My name's Andrew Kiger. I hope you've liked and subscribed. I can't wait to see you next time. Don't forget, if you want lessons from me, you can take them in person. You could also take them online at Skillest. I'd love to help you with your game, and I can't wait to see you next time.